have to get out of here now. They're part of the resistance. He's bleeding to death. I can't help him.
HELIO. A little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of action, a little bit of a comic book feel. Definitely what I call one of those epic short films that looks amazing. It's kind of like an amazing feel to it, a little amazing tone. It's got tributes to a lot of films, but it also has a little originality to it too. It's a really ambitious project, and they kind of pulled it off. So kudos to this team, man. You don't see many short films like that, like with that kind of action, that kind of budget. So anybody want to make the first comment of HELIO?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Sci-fi is my favorite genre, and it really held together very well. It was impelling all the way through. The music soundtrack was just really brilliant. And there is an allusion to THX 1138, which they had a different type of world underground, but that's the same kind of feeling to it at the end. But I really loved it. The acting was really superb, and it's stylized in its way. And you really mentioned like it's comic book kind of feeling to it, the colors and the cinematography of it. So very nice film.
Cool, yeah, it's definitely one of those films. It's a nice little ride, nice little kind of sit back and kind of enjoy the show, kind of enjoy the visuals with a nice little, obviously, little thematic twist to it.
I thought the lighting was incredible, just really consistent colors and consistent tone throughout, and I especially appreciated the attention put into the inserts. So even the wides were lit fantastic, but then also even when we jumped in to see an insert of the hands grabbing the ladder, it had the same attention to detail.
It seems like everybody kind of enjoyed this film. Little film, like also too, there's a little film noir going on. Of course, I think the biggest tribute to this film may perhaps Blade Runner, but I guess you'll have to ask the director. There's a lot of little Blade Runner kind of motifs there.
I don't know how much this cost, but they did a great job with costuming and stunts and fights. All that stuff looked good. And as someone who participates in short filmmaking myself, it's tough to pull that off and make it look good. And everything was in focus. I mean, these little things, that are easy to blow on the day, but technically it was really happening. The sounds were good. Sound effects and score, yeah.
For this type of like short film, like there wasn't a false moment. I said you're kind of jumping on your point. There wasn't a false moment. The whole film felt real, and for sci-fi especially in a festival like this, because usually we will show all sci-fi films in a certain festival, but kind of like jumping into this genre and but you have to there's you kind of it's like an imaginary world, and you have to believe this world exists, and they kind of pulled it off. It's because there isn't a false moment going on in this film.
I was concerned at first that I wasn't gonna. There was no dialogue for the hero.
Yeah.
And I didn't know much about him. He had a mask on the whole time, so I was a little bit worried I wasn't gonna care what happened to him.
Yeah.
But we all half of the country hates fascists, and so it was, so I guess that you get on board for that,
Yeah.
But given the constraints of it, their own constraints that they made, how they're going to tell the story, they did have you